Greetings, my name is Konstantinos Moros. I'm a director at EY Technology Consulting Services in Data and Analytics and the Central, Eastern, Southeastern Europe and Central Asia Consulting Finance Analytics Leader.
Hello, my name is Eleni, and I would love to be your guide and your partner.
Mitef is the best technology accelerator program in Greece for the last 7 years.
Creativity has been there year after year, but I'm excited this year as a material scientist by training myself.
And now, Linda, the floor is yours.
Hi, I'm Linda Plano, and I am very excited to be back in Greece.
Greetings, my name is Konstantinos Moros. I'm a director at EY Technology Consulting Services in Data and Analytics and the Central, Eastern, Southeastern Europe and Central Asia Consulting Finance Analytics Leader.
Hello, my name is Eleni, and I would love to be your guide and your partner.
Mitef is the best technology accelerator program in Greece for the last 7 years.
Creativity has been there year after year, but I'm excited this year as a material scientist by training myself.
And now, Linda, the floor is yours.
Hi, I'm Linda Plano, and I am very excited to be back in Greece.
Greetings. My name is Konstantinos Moros. I'm a director at EY Technology Consulting Services in Data and Analytics and the Central, Eastern, Southeastern Europe and Central Asia Consulting Finance Analytics Leader.
Hello, my name is Eleni, and I would love to be your guide and your partner.
Mitef is the best technology accelerator program in Greece for the last 7 years.
Creativity has been there year after year, but I'm excited this year as a material scientist by training myself.
And now, Linda, the floor is yours.
Hi, I'm Linda Plano, and I am very excited to be back in Greece.
Welcome, everyone. Dear Deputy Mr. Dimas, U.S. Ambassador, U.S. Embassy Economic Officer Mr. Keogh, ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of the Greek chapter of MIT Enterprise Forum Greece, we welcome you for another year to the 7th Annual Awards Night for the team's contestants in the 2021 Mitef Greece Startup Competition. A big thank you to you, Hellenic Petroleum, the exclusive sponsor of the Energy Special Track for the 3rd consecutive year. This competition track identifies and showcases innovative application of new technology in the energy field. We know, and we say this every year when describing the Mitef competition and technology entrepreneurship in Greece, but the teams we at Mitef Greece worked with this year have been the strongest up to date. We have an incredibly diverse group of exciting technology startups, all at various development cycles and with different goals, competing in 3 sector tracks: general, energy, and maritime. We continue to be impressed and often amazed of the technology that they will enable them to enter the market and become successful entrepreneurs. And that means only great things are in store for the future global technology market. Well, get ready, world. Here comes the Mitef Greece. This year, our acceleration program went entirely online. Yesterday, in a closed event, the judging and evaluation process occurred. The 12 finalists pitched live in front of our judging panel. The winners emerged, and of course, the winners will be announced tonight. A big acknowledge I would like to do, and thank you to the judges and mentors for their invaluable contribution and commitment to this highly demanding process. These are the unseen heroes of this competition and are not just from Greece, but all over the world. So, the program this evening will be as follows. We will start with brief remarks from our esteemed sponsors, guest speakers, and accomplished entrepreneurs. Then, so that you become familiar with the innovation and technologies of our finalists, we will feature a short presentation by the competitors. We will close the event with the awards ceremony and a light reception to follow. So, now, ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, let me welcome on stage our chairman, Mr. Gerassimos Spyridakis. Gerassimos.
Thank you, Digoni. Your Excellency, Deputy Minister Dimas, distinguished guests, sponsors, partners, ladies and gentlemen, Board of Directors of MITF, jury members, good evening. And of course, a special good evening to the 12 finalists of tonight, from whom we have gathered, all of us. It is my real pleasure, as President of MIT Enterprise Forum Greece, to welcome you all to 2021 edition of the finals of our startup competition. This competition has truly become a key pillar and gathering for stakeholders of the innovation and startup ecosystem in Greece, but also in the wider region of the Balkans and further away. So I am delighted tonight, despite the COVID challenges, that our team of MIT Greece has successfully managed to pull this together, making sure there is safety for everybody and for all of you that are present tonight. So thank you very much, MITF Greece team. And I would like to say special thanks to this team, to our board, for their tireless work and commitment and support. I would also like to thank our speakers tonight, our partners, our sponsors, without whom this event would not take place, as well as our distinguished judges for dedicating their time and effort, and sorry for keeping you so long, not just last night, but so many nights. It's really, really appreciated. So it's really incredible how each year we are running this life-changing event and this competition, and every year we manage to find every year better and better teams. So that shows that our competitors and finalists are getting stronger, and this is really good news for the Greek ecosystem of technology. So this is really good, and of course for the entrepreneurship in the country. So I'm very proud to say that MITF Greece has played a key role in making this change happen. Our economy and future prosperity depends on many factors, but high among the list is the ability of entrepreneurs and innovators to develop new ideas into great enterprises. These great innovators and entrepreneurs are not just working on great deals, on great ideas. They're not just solving problems. They're building our economy. Their ideas, they're creating jobs. They're enhancing prosperity in the country. And they're inspiring the next generation, which is extremely important. So the entrepreneurs are naturally drawn to each other. They enjoy learning together, sharing their experiences. They recruit talented individuals from each other. They create partnerships among each other. And what I always found truly amazing is that when I talk to them, is that they don't see failure as a problem. In fact, if you meet an entrepreneur or an innovator who has not had in the past some kind of challenges or failures, there's probably something wrong. There's probably, you should ask the question if they have really done anything meaningful in the past. The truth is that among entrepreneurs, failure is welcome. Of course, you have to learn from your mistakes as well, right? So entrepreneurial success is a direct result of mindset, strategy, and intelligence. Being an entrepreneur today is very different from what it was 20 years ago. Today, as an entrepreneur, you can have access to capital, technology tools, more information, more talent, and more computational power, much more than the biggest CEOs and the biggest companies had 10, 20 years ago. So, but this doesn't make the job of the entrepreneur any easier. The successful entrepreneurs, they need to have deep-rooted passion in what they do, laser focus and transformational thinking, and never settling to take no for an answer. Our finalists tonight, they have it all. And by competing here tonight, they have already distinguished themselves as those innovators, as innovating leaders in their industries. They are building or have already built technologies, and they have developed the ideas that they will transform the way we live today and tomorrow, the way we see the world. So I invite you all tonight to take this unique opportunity of being able to gather here face to face, to meet our finalists, listen to them, learn from their stories, learn from their mistakes, challenge them, and more importantly, get inspired by them. Steve Jobs once said, if you really look closely, most overnight successes, they always take much longer time. So these finals tonight, they may take a few hours, but the work that we at MIT Enterprise Forum Greece are doing, they're going to last for many years, for many startups from now and beyond. So I would like to invite you tonight to explore together with us the various programs that we offer and to join us in this beautiful journey towards growing and strengthening the Greek ecosystem. I'm personally very excited about the potential of this community, and I would like to invite you all to join me with new ideas and initiatives until we reach our goal of turning Greece into a global technology hub. Without further delay, I would like to welcome and give my special thanks to His Excellency, Deputy Minister Mr. Dimas, for being here tonight, and give him the floor for his opening remarks. Thank you very much.
Hello, I will be very brief. First of all, I want to congratulate the MIT Enterprise Forum not only for today's event, but more importantly for its commitment towards startup enterprises, investing in our human capital and talented individuals and young scientists. I consider this extremely important for the well-being of the ecosystem and the economy. I want to say that up until recently, the Greek state did not have sufficient information about the startup ecosystem in the country. So we didn't know how many startups we have, in which sectors they were, how many people they employed, what funds they had attracted. We had no information about the startup ecosystem. So when you don't have sufficient information, you are incapable of implementing specific policies, or to be more accurate, to implement effective policies. That gave us the idea that we had to be more active and find a way to organize the ecosystem more effectively regarding its relationship, at least with the public sector and the government. We started looking at best practices of other countries, and we saw that in some cases a startup registry would help to know the ecosystem. That's why we created Elevate Greece, which currently acts much more than a registry. Through Elevate Greece, we have created incentives, tax incentives for angel investors. It's the first time that the Greek state has taken such action. We have legislated stock options. We also give specific support to startups that were affected from the pandemic crisis. We help in networking opportunities and events. So we are trying to create, cultivate better conditions for our startups in order to be more competitive, not only in a national scale, but in an international scale. And events like the Startup Awards from the MIT Enterprise Forum are the ones that we want to further support, because we do believe that they are extremely important, not only to encourage entrepreneurship for young individuals, but to help build startups that would be viable in a competitive economy. So allow me to congratulate again. We consider this event very important. And we want to see how we can further work with the MIT Enterprise Forum in Greece to see how we can create more synergies. Again, thank you and congratulations.
Thank you so much, Deputy Minister. And of course, we would love to work closely for supporting the tech ecosystem with our partners and sponsors, of course, with Elevate Greece. And now, let me invite on stage Mr. Geoffrey Keogh, from the US Embassy, the Economic Officer. Hello. Thank you.
Kalispera σας. Deputy Minister Dimas, Mitef Greece Chairman Spyridakis, dear friends, it's an honor to be here with you tonight. This event marks the successful completion of another year for the MIT Enterprise Forum Greece Startup Competition. And MIT Mitef is one of the most prominent startup competitions in Greece and a longtime embassy partner, and we are proud to support the program again this year. On behalf of the US Embassy in Athens and Ambassador Payet, I want to congratulate the MIT Enterprise Forum Greece and especially our close partners Gerassimos, Spyridakis, Vassilis, Papakonstantinou, and Antigone Molodanov for organizing such a successful competition virtually this year and for inspiring so many young entrepreneurs all over Greece and for all over the years, and for their ongoing commitment to nurture entrepreneurship in Greece despite the challenges we've all been facing with the global pandemic. I also want to thank our American expert, Linda Plano, for sharing her time and expertise over the course of the competition throughout the year. Linda is a familiar face at Mitef, and she's worked with Greek entrepreneurs for many years with Embassy's support. One of our top priorities at the US Embassy is to support the country's economic recovery and growth. And we firmly believe one of the best means of achieving That goal is to cultivate entrepreneurship and innovation. MIT Enterprise Forum Greece adds significant value to the economy by inspiring young engineers and scientists to start their own businesses. The forum combines local talent and experience with best practices, a wide support network, and the international brand of MIT and Mitef Global. Year after year, the MIT Enterprise Forum in Greece organizes programs for young scientists, engineers, and entrepreneurs that help them start their own businesses. In doing so, Mitef has helped cultivate a robust entrepreneurial spirit here in Greece as the country begins to write a new economic chapter. Programs like MIT Enterprise Forum Greece demonstrate how promising this human capital can be in an environment that's encouraged with creativity and innovation. And we're proud of our work with Mitef and others and everything that's happening here in Greece to foster qualities among the Greek youth. Our economic, educational, and cultural partnerships strengthen our people-to-people ties, and the educational and cultural exchange programs that the embassy sponsors also allow us to witness the quality and creativity of the students and ideas that are crisscrossing our distant borders. Our partnership affirms our belief that when we get together, study together, share ideas together, and at least for tonight, compete together, we grow closer, and our differences become harder to recognize, and our common interests prevail. I also want to congratulate the final teams and all of this year's participants who've been pitching their innovative ideas to a high-profile audience of Mitef Greece members, judges, mentors, and investors throughout the course of the competition. Regardless of the results, each project and team members behind it represent an unwavering commitment to innovation, and they're deploying their talents and passions by stepping outside of the box and taking risks, which embodies exactly what we need in today's increasingly integrated global economy. As part of this remarkable, intelligent community, you're identifying yourselves as self-starters who have the determination to take on new challenges and learn new skills. You have all achieved a great deal over the course of this program and serve as inspirations to many other young innovators. At the embassy, we're convinced that Greece's highly skilled workforce will be the country's greatest asset as it recovers from the global pandemic, and we know this has been a key reason why American companies are investing in Greece today. There's a long, long list of top-tier US companies like Pfizer, Cisco, Deloitte, Microsoft, Digital Realty, Amazon Web Services that are all expanding their footprints in Greece because of the creativity here and the vision they see in young Greeks like those here today. The new Science and Technology Agreement, which wouldn't have been possible without Deputy Minister Dimas, has now entered into force, meaning the agreement can now enhance the collaborations between our laboratories and research institutions, increasing access to scientific materials and facilities, while strengthening Greece's startup ecosystem and promoting investment all at the same time. We're working closely with the Ministry of Education to promote collaboration and exchanges between Greek and American academic and research institutions that will better prepare Greece for its globally connected and digitally powered future. And this year, the embassy is celebrating a year-long campaign, USA in Greece, celebrating 200 years of friendship to honor the Greek bicentennial and the extraordinary bond between our two peoples. The United States has been Greece's friend and ally for 200 years, and we will continue to work with the Greek government, with organizations like Mitef Greece, to open even wider pathways to opportunities and success in the years ahead. The sky's the limit for what we can accomplish together. So on behalf of the U.S. Embassy and Ambassador Pyatt, I'd like to thank Mitef Greece team again for all that they've done to make this effort a success. Congratulations, most importantly, to all of the teams on the work they've done so far, and keep up the good work. Thank you very much. Ευχαριστώ πολύ.
Thank you so much, Mr. Keogh. And now let's have on stage Mr. George Alexopoulos from Hellenic Petroleum to have his welcome. Mr. Alexopoulos.
Thank you, Antigone, Minister Dimas, U.S. Embassy Commercial Representative Keogh, dear friends from the MIT Enterprise Forum, ladies and gentlemen. It's a great pleasure to be here with you tonight. This is the third year in a row that we are proud sponsors of the energy track of the Mitef competition, which is really an institution in the Greek entrepreneurship ecosystem and beyond. And we're very pleased that our people are supporting the contest by serving as mentors and judges. Hellenic supports innovation and encourages entrepreneurship. We actively participate in tens of R&D projects on advanced biofuels, renewable hydrogen, carbon capture and utilization, low-carbon synthetic fuels, refining decarbonization and digitization. Climate change is an existential challenge facing humanity, and energy transition is our response. Innovation is a critical prerequisite for a successful energy transition. Innovation continues to improve technologies that are already mature, such as wind and solar power, thus making them more and more competitive versus conventional power. Grid parity for renewables has been achieved in many markets, and eventually innovation in energy storage will lead to a carbon-free power grid. More importantly, innovation and entrepreneurship, together with government support and investment, will help us come up with a multi-parametric, robust solution to this very, very complex problem. Multiple technologies will provide the optimal solution. Light transport electrification will be combined with sustainable liquid fuels, leveraging sustainable feedstocks and carbon capture, and eventually e-fuels and hydrogen will address hard-to-abate sectors such as marine and aviation. We are addressing the challenge of energy transition by decarbonizing and improving our core business, and at the same time developing a diversified energy portfolio focusing on low-carbon opportunities. Our sustainable growth target is to improve by 50% our carbon footprint, and this will be achieved by a combination of decarbonizing our industrial operations and expanding our renewables portfolio. In all of our activities, we constantly drive energy efficiency improvements and undergo digital transformation. In addition, in our industrial operations, a major hydrogen and power consumer, we tend to forget that, we are developing blue and green hydrogen production as well as on-site renewables. Our Elefsina refinery, which is one of the most complex in the Mediterranean, will become a paradigm of energy transition. Moreover, we will further decarbonize our feedstock by introducing more sustainable raw materials, developing the reuse and recycle of waste such as cooking oil and plastics, and exploring the production of renewable fuels at scale. In low-carbon mobility services, we are rolling out an electric vehicle fast charging network with national coverage. We will achieve basic national coverage through our service station network this month. In renewable power, we're currently developing a portfolio of 1.3 gigawatts of photovoltaic and wind projects, and we aim to have 2 gigawatts of installed capacity by 2030. We are currently constructing our flagship Kozani photovoltaic project, 204 megawatts, currently the largest renewable project in Greece, and also the largest PV project in Europe using bifacial panels. We expect commercial operation of this project in early 2022. In short, we are rising to the energy transition challenge by transforming and decarbonizing our core downstream business and concurrently building a strong second pillar around no-carbon new energy activities. Back to this year's competition, and the 12 finalists that presented some innovative and pioneering ideas. I note with great interest that the 2 finalists from the energy track are developing groundbreaking solutions in their respective fields of expertise. Icarus Group designed and integrated a composite system to restore and reinforce pipelines. I wish it existed when we were building our refineries, but maybe we'll have the chance to use it in our next projects. And through wind proposed a more efficient wind turbine with smaller dimensions. I wish them both and all contestants success in their endeavors. Tonight is about innovators and entrepreneurs, and we should focus on them and their ideas. I look forward to tonight's program with great interest, particularly the entrepreneurs' pitches. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Mr. Alexopoulos. And now, through Zoom, we will have live connections with two key speakers. First one is Mario Stavropoulos, which is the general manager of Microsoft and co-founder and CEO of Sotomotive, which is a great startup, and he will tell us more about his startup journey. So, waiting from the Zoom connection, and to welcome Marius. Oops. Okay. Welcome, Marius.
Hello, everyone. Hello.
Hello.
Thank you for having me. It's a great pleasure and privilege as an old startupper to be among new entrepreneurs, people who are changing the world and making things happen with their ideas. So with this opportunity, I would love to share my story with you. As Mr. Spyridakis initially said by quoting Steve Jobs, when he famously said that most overnight successes took a long time to materialize. In my case, my overnight success took something like 15 years. So back then, in 2005, it's important to note that the landscape and the environment in Greece was nothing like it's today. Concepts like startups or venture capital or this kind of competitions and this kind of help that comes from everywhere was nothing that was heard of. It was only stuff that was happening somewhere in the US, in Silicon Valley, far, far away. So back then, I'm kind of a serial entrepreneur, so I had just sold my previous company to my then business partner, and I started Softomotive, mostly as a lifestyle company. Lifestyle company is a company whose main intention is to make an income out of it, in comparison to a growth company where you are essentially building value through equity. What I did was that, scratching my own needs, I developed an application called Win Automation to automate some everyday stuff that I was doing in my work and in my free time. It took some time to take off, but then at some point this application became quite popular. It gathered a community around it of people who were working and liking this application, so this provided us with great feedback from actual users. Slowly, a team started forming around me. So we were initially a bunch of people, a handful of people, and then later on we became more. Until at some point in time, it was around 2013. What happened was that slowly large companies and enterprises started to realize that this technology could also be useful for them to automate their repetitive processes that until then they had people doing the same thing over and over. So we found ourselves in the market with a tool, with a product that was already mature and battle tested and had gathered lots of feedback from actual users. And we were in a position where we started receiving requests from enterprises and large organizations. And the truth is that we didn't know very much what to do with it. We were a B2C company, and compared to B2C, the B2B is a totally different game. So what we did was that we started learning and adapting again. It was back at that point where my business partner, Argyris Kaninis, joined the company, and we turned the company into a B2B company. We learned how to talk to enterprises. We learned how to do all the stuff that were required. We start from the basics, how to process a purchase order, how to talk the enterprise language, how to present ourselves in different events all around the world. We started traveling, we started meeting our customers all over the world. And then, of course, we continued growing. We reached the point where we had expanded our business with offices in London, in New York, and in Bangalore, India. We were around 1,000 people, and then this was the time at 2018 where the space, the RPA space, the robotic process automation space was hot. So we had a number of venture capitals reaching out to us, and we started thinking about raising some extra capital to fuel our growth. $25 million USD, and we continued our plan for growth.
I think that
South Korea, Dubai, and other locations. And then, while we were on a growth track, what happened is that at some point, Microsoft, along with another company, another similarly large company, reached out to us with the interest of acquiring us. Now, it was Microsoft back then that we felt that there was an amazing alignment in our vision, and what we wanted to do was so similar to what Microsoft wanted to do. So, long story short, after a few months of hard negotiations and some difficult processes, we finally, a year ago, have been acquired by Microsoft. And now, this project with this product that started 15 years ago, Win Automation, in its new incarnation as Power Automate Desktop, will now become a part of Windows, of the next Windows that you've all heard of. So this humble product 15 years ago will finally be part of everyone's desktop and assist everyone in their everyday life to do more and to achieve more. And this is something that makes us really proud, and this is something that's happening in Greece, and it's being developed in Greece by the Greek team. In a nutshell, that was my story. I think that I present it in a positive way, where things go well, where one success comes after the other. But that's not the whole truth. Since I'm talking to entrepreneurs, I need to be honest, and I need to tell you that there have been many, many, many sleepless nights that we had no idea what to do. We had no idea what would come next. We had no idea how to close a deal or why we lost the deal. So if there's one thing that you need to take out of this is that a success doesn't always look rosy from the inside. It's a messy journey, but it's the best thing that you can do with your lives, because it's something that it will change the world and it will also change who you are. So with that, thank you for listening to me, and best of luck to all the new entrepreneurs.
Thank you so much, Marios. And now let's continue with our second connection, and let's invite Yves Robert-Charrue. He's the head Switzerland, Europe, Middle East and Africa, member of the executive board of the bank Julius Baer.
Thank you very much, and ladies and gentlemen, dear distinguished members of the jury and finalists, dear MITF team in Greece, thank you so much for having me, and a very good evening to everyone. I hope you can hear me well, and I would obviously have preferred to be with you tonight in Athens. I've had the pleasure to visit your beautiful countries a number of times, obviously as a tourist, but also on business, and I've always been impressed by the level of entrepreneurial activity in your country. As the Athenians conceived the concept of democracy, arguably the best idea humankind ever had, I think it's very legitimate for all of you to gather at the Athens College and to delve into the latest inventions of the startup scene in the tech space in Greece. Over the last decade, Greece has actually been a very hot spot for innovation and for startups, as we can see. For me, it's a very special event because I'm very passionate about startups, about their energy, their innovation, their passion, their capacity to change things for the better, but also for the ambition to be always at the forefront of innovation. And especially during the post-COVID era, I think it is absolutely essential for Europe to secure its innovators, entrepreneurs, in order to drive the digital transformation we absolutely need to see across industries, verticals, in the whole continent. I think Europe is at a crossroads of defining its future, and for this, we need startups like you. We need, new ideas to find new solutions for the challenges our world is facing, and to create also new opportunities for growth and for jobs. Data shows that European startups today employ more than 2 million people across the continent and have created more than 220 billion of venture capital exits since 2013. I think these numbers are, in fact, promising, and programs like the MITF Greece are the ones spearheading and supporting this activity to create new employment, new opportunities, and new businesses for innovation. I want to take a moment here to congratulate MIT Enterprise Forum Greece, chaired by my colleague and friend Gerassimos Spyridakis, as the organizers of this excellent event, for the great work you're doing in really building a vibrant ecosystem for innovation and also for supporting Greek startups, not only locally, but also connecting them with Europe and the rest of the world. Now, when you get starting in your business, life can be actually quite hard sometimes. I mean, you need ideas, you need capital, but you need a lot of motivation and perseverance to get you started. And I'm sure sometimes you are really wondering, what the heck am I doing? How can I do this? And really wonder why and how you will be capable of really starting a new business, whether you should keep going when times are rough. And I've seen myself a lot of situations where entrepreneurs have really struggled to find that motivation. But tonight, I'm very happy to see the 12 incredible finalists that have really come up with groundbreaking solutions And I'm really glad to see that you have not succumbed to the difficulties, you've made it through, and you've come here tonight with your new products, your new solutions on the road of entrepreneurship. I'm glad to see that you've pushed forward, and that, I think we should really make sure to ensure that you are disrupting the markets that you're operating in. We must never forget that startups are the forefront of innovation, and innovation has never been, created top down in a program or in a large corporation by some strategy teams. It's a startup, it's a bottom-up process, it's creative, and it's sometimes really you have to embrace failure quicker and take a lot of risk than others. That's why Julius Baer, which is an international wealth manager, has always supported and celebrated entrepreneurial success. It's something we endorse. It's the way we were founded more than 130 years ago by the founding family and by a gentleman called Julius Baer. So the entrepreneurial mindset is really at the core of our culture, of our business model. We have a huge amount of passion for our line of work, private wealth management, which is actually quite a simple business model, and I will come back to it. We have an appetite for taking informed risks in our business, but we have an ambition to grow, all while maintaining a very stable and safe and strong balance sheet. We always strive, just like the finalists today, to become pioneers, to go new ways, to go into new markets in our case, or to come up with new ideas. That's a mentality which I think comes from our heritage, from the family, from the founders. We understand entrepreneurs well, because many of our clients actually have created their wealth as entrepreneurs or within their families. And we understand the challenges. We also understand how fortunate we are to operate in an environment like we are in. We only have to worry about one thing, is really to look after the wealth of our private clients. There's no distractions. There's a very crystal clear strategy for us. We do only one line of business. And I think, and that's maybe a message I would like to leave with, especially with the finalists, don't get distracted. Stick to your idea, to your strategy, and don't go into other maybe tempting ideas. At the end, you want to be better, faster, or maybe cheaper than your competitors, but stick to the original idea. That's what we are doing at Julius Baer. A lot of our clients, especially in Greece, have an entrepreneurial background, as I said. And as such, in Europe, we have witnessed an increase of the number of business owners seeking advice for their businesses, but also their private wealth. And we help them to develop their wealth and their businesses on the way. We provide personal wealth services, we provide advice throughout the lifetime of an entrepreneur, and we want to be there when the important decisions are being made for our clients. For instance, liquidity events, succession planning, retirement, philanthropic projects, but also at the very beginning when it's about, having the right idea and getting started. One observation I would like to share with the audience tonight is that entrepreneurs all over the world are actually, they share many of the same characteristics. They're passionate, they're ambitious, they're dedicated, and very often they're very creative. But what makes them unique, I think, is their vision, the original idea, the vision for their business. So at Julius Baer, we celebrate the unique nature of our clients, and our service is tailored really to support them to make their vision come to life. At a time when others are maybe shying away from Europe because of Brexit and COVID and all the other challenges around, we are very resolute in our ambition to continue to support Europe, but specifically the Greek business, to support the fledgling startup environment. We want to support our clients who, like us, have a desire to develop innovating businesses across Greece, Europe, and the rest of the world, and we want to drive for change. So we are very proud tonight and thankful to be part of this program today. We want to thank you for giving us the opportunity to share our passion with you and to support the entrepreneurs that we will listen to in a minute. So I look forward to the pitches, and I hope everyone a very, very entertaining and interesting evening, and I hope you will enjoy this evening as much as I will. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Yves. And now, let's continue with two short presentations, and let me invite on stage Nikolas Pyrgiotis, Vice President of Technology Ventures at the Signal Group. Welcome, Nikolas.
Dear MIT Enterprise Forum team, Deputy Minister, judges, co-sponsors, and of course all the startup founders, and ladies and gentlemen, good evening. It's an honor to be here representing the Signal Group tonight. First and foremost, I would like to congratulate all of the teams that participated in this year's MIT Enterprise Forums competition. It takes not just a great idea, but a lot of hard work, perseverance, resilience, in order to succeed. In many ways, we are a startup ourselves at the Signal Group. So we understand what it takes to build a technology business from scratch, especially in industries as complex as shipping. Signal was established in 2014 with a vision to become a new era technology company in shipping, where every decision is based on data and technology. Since then, we have grown from a group of 10 people, 10 aspiring entrepreneurs, to 140 people, 100 of them covering our technology functions like data science, data engineering, software development, and design, and 14 commercial shipping operations. We currently have a global presence. Still, Athens is our core headquarters, where most of the magic happens. We are in 3 continents, serving more than 100 clients with our technology product. Currently, our activities is split in 3 business units. First, we have Signal Maritime, which is our shipping company, the commercial manager of 2 pools of vessels. One is the Aframax pool that carries crude oil, and the other is the pool of MR vessels for refined oil products. The second, and as I said earlier, the biggest team is in Signal Ocean, which is the group's technology arm, where we are developing AI solutions covering all commercial vessel segments. And then we recently established Signal Ventures, which is our investment and incubation unit that supports entrepreneurship and innovation in shipping and maritime trade by providing capital, data, and technology know-how to early-stage startups. Interestingly enough, some of the problems that technology can help solve in shipping are actually quite hard by global standards. There is high complexity, low data quality, no standardization, especially in terms of data, and in general, a small audience of users. According to some estimates, the shipping industry generates approximately 100 million data points every day. And that comes from ports, from vessel movements, freight forwarders, brokers, customs, etc. So in order to be able to make informed decisions, the industry needs a system that can absorb, automate, cross-reference these data sets with commercial, legal, regulatory, and environmental factors. Let me try to give you a parallelism of the complexity of what we're trying to solve at Signal. All of you are probably familiar with Uber, the digital ride-hailing platform that has conquered especially the US market. Uber has a pricing mechanism, what they call surge pricing. When the demand for rides peaks, they apply a multiplier to the standard fare to charge customers more. This happens, for example, in early morning commute, in heavy rain, or in public transportation disruptions. Other times you have taxis just idling, looking for customers around the city. A similar thing happens on the spot markets in commercial shipping, where prices to transport a commodity from A to B are highly volatile, driven by demand and supply, which are the market fundamentals. But in this case, it doesn't involve passengers and taxis. It involves thousands of vessels that operate on a global scale. They are expensive, high-emitting assets with high-valued cargo that moves the global economy. It's then clear that any suboptimal decision may result in costly inefficiencies, both for the global trade and its stakeholders, but also for the environment. For example, an underutilized ship means that a ship owner could potentially incur unrecoverable costs from crew and fuel. And this problem that traditionally was being solved with experience and gut feeling, we now at Signal are trying to solve with data and AI. And we've also lended algorithms and concepts from autonomous driving in cars. And for this, AI technology was actually recently won our first US patent. One of our core missions at Signal is to transform an industry that traditionally has been opaque and grey and not accessible to young people into a modern, attractive sector where high-caliber engineers, data scientists, and young professionals are excited to work for. We're trying to achieve this by doing two things. First of all, creating an environment where we solve interesting and complex data problems. And second, by providing the necessary tools to young people to succeed in shipping, whether that is from our internship programs, our chartering academy, where we train on the job young people on commercial shipping, or through our collaborations with universities in Greece and abroad. Overall, it's very encouraging to see that many startups and entrepreneurs are now focusing in the maritime space. By some reports, there are more than 500 active startups in the maritime technology. And the venture capital funding, we've seen it reaching in 2019 more than $6 billion, growing from 2014 at a rate of approximately 70%. A lot of these startups are being sprung up at major shipping and trade hubs, with Singapore spearheading the way, but also Oslo, Copenhagen, Rotterdam, London, and Israel. But also, not surprisingly, we see a lot of an increasing activity of maritime innovation happening here in Athens, some of which here today, which is great to see, and several of the high-growth international startups also opening up offices here. Our shipping tradition, with its entrepreneurial acumen, combined with the recent trend of domestic tech growth and a skilled workforce, present a great opportunity for Athens to become a global hub for maritime innovation. To achieve this, though there needs to be a collaboration between all relevant stakeholders. So through our own work, the recently set up investment and incubation unit, Signal Venture, we're trying to add our own little help to support and make this happen. And this is also why we support initiatives like the MIT Enterprise Forum, where through their fantastic work all these years, they're creating an ecosystem of entrepreneurship, provide skills to founders that are fundamental to their success, and also promote Greek-based innovation globally. Such collaborative endeavors can really push innovation growth, and we look forward to supporting in the future. I want to really congratulate the team. You've done a fantastic job. It's great to see that even under COVID, you've been able to deliver such high-quality work. Thank you for the support. We believe that shipping is on the cusp of a digital wave, and we are in it for the long run. Thank you very much, and I look forward to the presentation of the teams.
Thank you so much, Nikolas. And now, the last speech for tonight, and then we'll have a short break, and then the short speeches for our competitors. And now, let me ask to the stage Nikos Tsiouvaras, which is the R&D director at System Sunlight. Hello, Nikos. Good to see you.
So, κύριε Υπουργέ, distinguished guests, MIT Forum, I'm very glad to be here, representing our company, Sunlight Systems. We're in a company that we have a very long tradition on the production of batteries. We have actually in Xanthi one of the largest factories of this kind of products in the world, combined with a renewable recycling facility. And all of this is now combined with a new trend in the company. We are investing heavily on R&D. We have built a new R&D center here in Athens. We have hired the last 9 months at least 60 engineers and scientists that are going to work between our facilities in Xanthi and our facilities here in Athens. We are trying to investigate new kind of technologies. We're going to working more into innovation, trying to provide solutions on the energetic sector all around the world. Our customers so far are in the whole world globally. And we are really looking forward to enhance our collaboration with the MIT Forum. We are looking forward to continue this discussion that has started with you in the last months and go even deeper in it. And we have more than enough time and people to invest in collaborations with startups. There are a lot of problems that have to be solved. The problems are interdisciplinary. We are discussing with artificial intelligence, cloud computing, chemistry, engineering, mechanical engineering, automatizations. All of these topics are things that we are looking into, and we are looking forward to rubbing shoulders and scratching our heads together with more and more startups here in Greece. So thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Nikos. And now let's jump in a short break, 10 minutes tops, and then we'll continue with the presentations and the award ceremony, of course.
Greetings. My name is Konstantinos Moros. I'm a director at EY Technology Consulting Services in Data and Analytics and the Central, Eastern, Southeastern Europe and Central Asia Consulting Finance Analytics Leader.
Hello, my name is Eleni, and I would love to be your guide and your partner.
Mitef is the best technology accelerator program in Greece for the last 7 years.
Creativity has been there year after year, but I'm excited this year as a material scientist by training myself.
And now, Linda, the floor is yours.
Hi, I'm Linda Plano, and I am very excited to be back in Greece.
want you here. Come back to me. Come back to me. Come back to me. I wish that I could be with you. With you. With you. With you. Yeah, just come down. Oh,
Hello, everyone. The short break is over. Well, now it's the most interesting part of our ceremony, of our awards night, and let's start by having in stage the first team with a short presentation of 3 minutes each, and let's invite from 12 Gods, Dimitri Iossifidi, which is the research director. Okay, Dimitri. Great, Dimitri. So nice having you again here.
Thank you for the invitation. So, hello everyone, I'm Dimitri Iossifidis, I'm the research director of 12 Gods. Our vision is to bring together science and primary agricultural production in creating a highly value-added, fast-moving consumer good that can convey our cultural and historical heritage while addressing today's consumer needs. We have created blends of aromatic and medicinal plants grouped together to deliver in a targeted manner their health benefits. These health benefits are independently validated by the Patras University, as well as the Aroma Innovation Hub, and of course, they're in compliance with EU regulations. Packed in 100% compostable Nespresso compatible capsule, we offer convenience while minimizing waste. Our herbs are fair trade sourced from small organic farmers with whom we work directly through contract farming. Our product conveys convenience of fast preparation times and reproducibility, the health benefits of the highly biodiverse Greek nature, and of course, environmental and social consciousness. We are addressing a 69 billion global market. The infusion market is only second to bottled water. Today, we have, we're going to reach our customers through retailers, distributors, but also directly through our e-shop, and of course through restaurants, hotels, spas, and so on. We're in production now since October, and we are launching to the Greek market in September through a collaboration with a local retailer. We have a seasoned and experienced team covering all the management aspects of all our operation. We're very confident our product is going to go ahead and because it's going to be very successful, and we're looking forward to having you all as customers. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Dimitri. And now, let's have AgroU and Corina Hatzigeorgiou, Head of Business Development. Welcome, Corina.
So, hello, everybody. My name is Corina Hatzigeorgiou, and I am the co-founder of AgroU. We have created for farmers a two-sided online marketplace that quickly and easily connects them with the skilled agricultural workers that they need. It may seem that this is a problem that it should have been solved generations ago, but here is how it goes. Each season, the farmers will try to reach their previous network of agricultural workers in order to convince them to work again for them. But it is something that actually doesn't happen. And it is important for them to have the right stuff, because if they don't, part of their production is at risk. So we had this idea. With the use of the technology, we are actually providing them to a bigger network of skilled agricultural workers. With a click of the button, the worker can show up at the field and do the harvest in less than a minute or two, which required previously months in order to complete. We know that this is going to work because we have already launched our pilot, and we have already more than 50,000 unique users actively using our service. 8,000 of them are already registered, and we are operating for 1 year. We have also helped for agricultural cooperations, recruit the staff that they actually need. And with this amazing community and our passion, we were able to fill 1,600 job positions. And the best part is that everything was done organically. We didn't spend any money on it, which actually proves the importance of a service like this. I'm also proud to announce you that we are an EMEA case study for Google. The company supports us, and they have also stated that AgroU helps with the recovery of Greek economy. The team is designed by farmers for farmers, but we are more than this. We combine the expertise needed in order to execute our mission. We're AgroU, and we're really happy to be here. Thank you.
Thank you, Corina. So, let's move to the next one, and the team is Ermos, and let's invite Panagiotis Kollios, team leader, and recently arrived from Cyprus too. Welcome, Panagiotis. I see you.
So, good afternoon, everyone. My name is Panagiotis Kollios, and I'm the co-founder of Ermos, where we deliver real-time security using autonomous systems. We will start this journey with the problem of addressing pirate attacks in the maritime sector, which actually affects a lot of crew members around the world. The problem is a 12 billion market problem that is addressed currently with armed security personnel, military escort, strong rooms, and CCTV cameras that are either expensive or ineffective in addressing the issue. So we came up with the idea of using drones to solve this problem. Drones are actually quite complex to operate, so we have developed all the core technology for searching, detecting, tracking, and intercepting pirates approaching cargo ships. And we have automated all these things running on drones to make them intelligent and achieve this task. We have developed an application that is very user-friendly for the crew members to use and operate. And we have I have been collecting data and analyzing this data to create reports for the headquarters for incident reporting. We have field tested this technology in real exercises with first responders both in Greece and Cyprus, and we are ready to roll the product to the market and complement existing solutions that are actually out there right now. So security personnel accounting for a monthly fee of $200,000, evasive actions in piracy-infested areas where the ships have to speed up to avoid being attacked, that cost around $176,000 per month, and insurance policies at around $60,000 a month. So we complement all these things in order to bring this cost down with an attractive pricing strategy of $20,000 per month. So we have already developed the technology. We have received funding to build the business model through Cyprus Seeds in Cyprus. We have participated in this competition to learn a lot about market research, and the mentors were very keen to conceptualize and improve this. We are seeking now $500,000 to roll out the solution within Europe. Then we want to expand to Asia and upsell with additional features, and finally roll out to new markets for critical infrastructure protection. Thanks a lot. Have a good evening.
Thank you so much, Pyrgiotis. And now let's continue with Alma Care and Gina Xidia-Harmanda, the CEO of it. Welcome, Gina.
Hi everyone, I'm Gina. So, for the people today here that have or had at some point recurring medical prescriptions, we do have some questions. Don't worry, you don't have to reply, obviously. But how many times did you think that this whole process is too complicated? How many times did you think that why is the reason to keep all these e-codes and papers with you and reminders? How many times did you think that this could be a lot simpler? As simple as ordering a coffee, especially today. I thought about it, and it's not only me. 40% of the European population has a chronic condition or disease that requires recurring prescriptions. This results in 170 million prescriptions per month that need to be managed. The process is like that. And here we want you to remember three things: that we're going to be focusing only at the relationship between the patient and the pharmacy. 2, once the patient has the prescription in their hands, what they need to do is actually keep reminders, keep traction of the progress of the prescription and of the medication, and visit every single month on specific days the pharmacy in order to get their prescriptions. 3 points that you have to remember is that AlmaCare wants to simplify exactly that process. We want to build an app that will connect patient and pharmacy in an asynchronous way that will automate all this prescription management for both players. By doing so, we're going to be saving money and time for both players. More specifically, for the patient will be a total impact in savings of 200 million euros per year and increased medical adherence, which is a very big problem with health and pharmaceutical expenditure. And for the pharmacy, we're going to be decreasing the workload by 35 hours per month and increasing customer retention. The best part is that AlmaCare has already a successful pilot running in Greece, in Athens, with some very early revenues, and our goal is, in the next 6 months, to have a pilot running in Germany. How are we going to do so? Of course, because of our team. Our team has an amazing industry experience, but also tech and startup, which gives us a safe ground to launch our product and our idea and aim for our growth. And our growth roadmap looks like that. We're going to be starting small by partnering with small independent pharmacies, and as we grow, we're going to be aiming and partnering with bigger players such as pharmacy chains, clinics, and telehealth companies. So if you liked our presentation, and most importantly our vision, we'd like to take that conversation offline as well. Thank you very much for your time and attention. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Gina. Let's continue with Apicon, and let's invite Maya Thano, the CEO of Apicon, on stage. This way. Welcome, Maya.
Thank you very much. What a great night, and thank you for inviting us and giving us the opportunity to compete in this exciting competition. So I'm Maya Thano, and I am the CEO and co-founder of Apicon Therapeutics. What we are doing, we want to make anti-cancer drugs work much safer. And we are doing it for everyone, because cancer affects almost everyone. 1 in 2 will have cancer, and the other person will be affected by it. So, why we want to make this? Because chemotherapy and other drugs, they have a disadvantage. When we are giving them to people, they go all over the body. And if they go all over the body, they cause adverse effects. They have a lot of problems. So these adverse effects, they affect the patients not only in short term during the treatment, but even later on in their life. The taste is changing, their brain is working different, so they just left with adverse effects. So ideally, what we would like to do is get all the drug in the tumor. But is it easy? No. It is very, very difficult. And this is what Apicon is doing. This is what we are doing for the last 10 years. We're taking all the science, all the engineering, and we're combining to make it targeted treatments, targeted triggered treatments. So what we are doing is we inject the drug, we concentrate the drug in the tumor, we apply a technique, a novel technique like ultrasound, localized ultrasound, and we release the drug only the tumor, 100%. And we don't affect the other organs. How we do it? We call this technology 3D. We take, sorry about the chemistry and the science, but I have to say it because it's a technological innovation. So we take the contrast danger for MRI, and we make novel chemistry, we patented this, and we combine it together. And then we incorporate this novel component in the liposomes, like in the vaccines. We all have the liposomes in vaccines right now. So then these liposomes, we go and we do another innovation. We make it porous only at 42 degrees, and then it interacts with focus ultrasound and releases the drug immediately in the tumor, only in the tumor. Now, we have our innovations in order to see the drug and activate the drug. So if you see it, you can target it. Let's see how my patient, they are mice still, but how do they react in this type of technology? So this is the tumor growth as no treatment. It grows and grows and grows. All tumors are growing. And this is what happens with the drug combination. You know, it has a certain effect. This is the standard treatment, but not that much. This is the drug we encapsulate in the technology, and this is what happens in the tumor when we combine our technology with focus ultrasound at 1/10 of the chemotherapy dose. Imagine that. We can eliminate the adverse effects. This is a true innovation. This is a team. This is my team with a lot of years of experience in drug pharma and development. And we want to make this technology, we want to make targeted triggered treatments for everyone. Thank you.
Thank you, Maya, so much. Our next team, CVR Phone, and let's invite on stage Adonis Armundas, the CEO of CVR Phone. Oops. Welcome.
Good evening, everybody. I'm Antonis Armundas. I'm the founder and CTO of CVR Phone, a technology that aims to address an important health problem that is the sleep apnea diagnosis. Why sleep apnea diagnosis is a problem is because approximately 120 million Americans suffer from cardiovascular disease, and those that suffer from sleep apnea as well have a threefold increase in mortality. Furthermore, for the 60 million Americans that have both cardiovascular disease and sleep apnea, although we spend approximately $3.4 billion to obtain a diagnosis, we are left with 48 million people that remain undiagnosed. So the sleep apnea diagnosis starts with an office visit, and then the patient is sent home with a home monitoring device, which is often non-specific, inaccurate, and the procedure is lengthy and inconvenient. If the outcome of that test is found to be inconclusive, the patient is brought to the hospital for a polysomnography study that requires an overnight stay at the hospital. During that study, there are a number of signals acquired that result in diagnosis by an expert, manifested by this green bar graph that you see here. However, over the last 20 years, we have developed expert algorithms that allow us to obtain the respiration rate and tidal volume from analysis of electrocardiographic signals only, that allow us for a more granular diagnosis of sleep apnea that coincides with the polysomnography diagnosis. So here is the CVR Phone layout, and I would be happy to have a demo for you after my presentation. Overall, the CVR Phone is specific, it's accurate, it's fast, and convenient. The CVR Phone technology relies on a rich and high impactful publication record and a very rich IP portfolio manifested by 2 issued patents, 2 pending patents, and 2 patent applications. The go-to-market strategy of CVR Phone has started with contracting a manufacturer, and later in 2023, upon completion of our clinical trial, we plan to engage with and partner with cardiovascular foundations and leverage social media to reach consumers and patients. In 2024, through direct sales, we plan to reach physicians in clinics and hospitals. However, CVR Phone doesn't stop here. We aim to create a hospital-grade, home-based monitoring platform by allowing continuous electrocardiographic and arrhythmia monitoring, by allowing continuous pulse oximetry monitoring, and eventually blood pressure monitoring, and also in 2024 by obtaining continuous ischemia diagnosis. Now, all these technologies that you see here have been developed and published. It's published work. So this is a very very great team of people that have been supporting and working for CVR Phone all these years with rich technological background and medical background from Massachusetts General Hospital in Boston and neighboring institutions. So as I have told you in the beginning of my talk, I'm the founder and CTO. I'm seeking to attract a charismatic CEO and a very knowledgeable and passionate sales and marketing person. CVR Phone's groundbreaking algorithms have been recognized by a number of awards that have led us to develop 6 patents and demonstrate the proof of concept. We have also been promised another $500,000 that will allow us to complete our clinical trial, and we're seeking to raise $2.5 million to launch our first commercial B2B and B2C sales. Further down the road, we aim to raise $7 million until 2025 to add the ischemia diagnosis and the blood pressure monitoring diagnosis, and eventually at that time we expect to have sold 300,000 units and raise $100 million in revenue. I wouldn't be here today without the great support of my coach, Linda Plano, and my great mentors that have tirelessly worked with me throughout this period, Nick Uber, Yannis Kosmopoulos, and Thanasis Kotsanis. Thank you very much for your attention and welcome on board.
And now let's have Julius Georgiou, CTO of DMEC, here for his presentation. Welcome, Julius. Nice seeing you. Nice seeing you.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Julius Georgiou, CTO of Gynetronics, where our aim is to help the 90 million couples that resort to IVF for in vitro fertilization. So the story with IVF goes that these couples will spend between $50,000 and $100,000. They might take over a year, and the ladies will undergo hormone therapy, and only half of them will get to take a child home. And that's a bit of an issue that we want to address. So the ladies have contractions, the non-pregnant ladies have contractions in the non-pregnant uterus, and these contractions actually help ovulation, they help fertilization, and then when the embryo needs to be implanted, it needs to calm down. And a couple of studies have shown, one using MRI, that hyperactivity of the uterus means the implantation cannot happen, and another one was done with ultrasound, which is not so reliable. But again, they concluded that the uterus needs to be calm for the embryo to implant itself. So despite having this information, unfortunately, contractility is still not used as part of the fertility workouts. And the reason for this, you can't have an MRI inside an OBGYN's clinic. It's too costly. It takes a lot of space. So that's where Gynetronics comes in. What we've done is we've developed the electrouterograph. It's the equivalent of the electrocardiograph, but instead of the heart, it's for the uterus. So it consists of a very fine, thin electrode. It's like a 1/4 of a millimeter ribbon, and it gets inserted inside the uterus with a small catheter. And this will record the electrical signal inside the uterus and give direct correlation with the contractions of the uterus. So we patented this new medical device in 2019. We've demonstrated in first-in-human clinical trials with the approval of the Cyprus National Bioethics Committee. We've taken data from 120 ladies, and they've had multiple recordings with this device. And it's been shown to be completely safe, and we've had 0 complaints in all of these recordings. So compared to other solutions, it fits very easily in an OBGYN's office. It's a very small device. It costs 1 order of magnitude less than an ultrasound machine and 3 orders of magnitude less than an MRI. It's very easy to use. Any gynecologist can apply this device as long as they've done an embryo transfer during their career. And it's a 10-minute examination to check the contractility of the uterus, and it's completely painless. It also gives very reliable contractility data, and a future version of it will work for 24/7 monitoring if need be. So the team consists of Professor Vassilis. He's an OBGYN professor. And on the technical side is myself and Konstantinos Lekas. Together, collectively, we have 71 years of experience in gynecology and designing medical devices. So this device, we believe, will revolutionize the toolbox that gynecologists have to be able to assist in IVF, but also we see it having a lot of other applications. The same way that ECG can be used to diagnose different heart conditions, we believe this device will help diagnose other uterine conditions. Thank you very much for listening.
Thank you so much, Julie. So, let's welcome Efthymis Revenas, Chief Operating Officer at Icarus Group.
Hi, everyone, and thank you for having us here on this wonderful night. My name is Efthymis Revenas, and I'm the CEO and co-founder of Icarus Group. Pipe failure is a major problem for the world's industries, with corrosion being the leading factor of failure. Corrosion costs industries worldwide $2.5 trillion per year. And as a result of that, pipe failures, we have multiple fatalities. At the moment, there are 3 solutions on the market. The first is replacing the asset, a time-consuming process that delivers an asset which is brand new, but comes with a huge price tag plus the cost of production lost. Then we have welding, a low-cost targeted solution, however, is temporary, a major health and safety hazard for explosions, and still subject to corrosion. Finally, we have composite repairs, a great solution which can take place whilst the asset is operating, restore integrity, prevent further corrosion. However, they're a bit expensive, lack tasting data, and are relatively slow to implement. So here's our solution to the many industries that are suffering from this. A pre-impregnated composite with a rapid cure time, a composite that is qualified to the strictest of international standards, developed with the resin impregnated into the cloth, maintaining the fiber to resin ratio exact. That ratio is crucial on delivering a high quality, top-notch repair. The application is really simple. We prepare the surface of the asset using tools that doesn't produce any spark or flame, and then we're peeling that blue film that you see and wrap the asset with our composite. This is a simple procedure on purpose, so the human factor plays as little role as possible to avoid crucial errors. We are also developing a powerful piece of software to complement our services. Our software will streamline the design process and assess compliance to the international standards, ensuring all of our competitors do the same thing. In time, we are actually looking to linking our software to our repairs by embedding sensors to acquire a live stream of data and monitor their health. Overall, we are delivering multiple benefits. We are 55 to 88% more cost efficient, over 90% more time efficient, can save hundreds of thousands per day on operational costs, and we don't emit any harmful emissions. We don't require any detailed hot work permits and required through analysis on the job safety, as we don't use any type of naked flames or ignition sparks. So at the moment, we are completely self-funded. We have developed our first composite repair system and our software prototype. We are seeking 150,000 euros to qualify our composite systems, purchase equipment, and start completing projects. We then focus on expansion, getting our software certified before having another funding round to take us worldwide.
We are looking for investors or strategic partners with our vision to change the asset maintenance, so feel free to reach out to us afterwards. Thank you very much.
So, let's move to the next one. The team is Magos, and Vassilopoulos Uranis, CSO of Magos. Welcome.
Hello, everyone. My name is Vassilopoulos Uranis, and thank you so much for this opportunity. I'm co-founder and chief strategy officer at Magos, enabling people to touch the intangible. So, virtual world is increasingly important in recreation and work. And all started with virtual reality and solutions like the Oculus. It's been added with augmented reality, utilizing solutions like the Microsoft HoloLens, then mixed reality, which is further integrating both two ways, and finally, it's all called extended reality. And I want you to know about that because extended reality is an insanely big market with an insanely high growth rate. It's already been valued at $43 billion, and it is expected to reach almost the $1 trillion by 2027. And at that point, reaching a double growth rate. So virtual reality has been so popular just through being able to see and hear two of the most important senses. But touch is really lag behind because of the current virtual reality touch controllers that blocks the natural and intuitive interaction via fingers within digital environment. And we know that we need all three senses to truly enjoy virtual reality. So as you can see on the left side of the screen, if you get to use this type of devices, virtual reality touch controllers, there is no feeling of touch. There is no real manipulation of the virtual object, other than just a little bit of spatial reality. But on the right side of the screen, via Magos technology and its capabilities, we can bring you touch. As a consequence, Magos can revolutionize the human interface with machines, enabling a totally new approach so in applications like virtual training and simulators, as you can see here, where the trainee pilot can interact with every button within a digital cockpit. In order to make all of this happen and to get the rapid growth we know we can manage, we started off last year with organic letter of intents with Siemens and Philips. Next year, we are making organic project sales for early adopters in automotive, aerospace, and Industry 4.0, but the real growth will come a couple of years later when we are ready to provide our solution as a platform, as a service to the developers around the world at a very affordable price. Concluding, we've come this far in just 3 years on self-funding and awards. Imagine what we are able to accomplish with 1.1 million euro. With that, we are going to set up the foundations for the commercialization phase. Thank you so much for your attention and good luck to everyone.
Great, Vassilopoulos. And now, let's have Marifind and Irini Peraki, the CEO of Marifind. Welcome, Irini.
First of all, thank you, Mitef, for giving us this opportunity. Thank you, Antigone. It's such a great honor to be among the finalists and great minds and ideas. So my name is Irene, and I'm the founder of Marifind. Marifind is the first online platform for networking and job placement and shipping. We're not an agent, and we cover the vast categories of shipping, which are merchant vessels, passengers, yachts, and office. Companies can get directly in contact with sea professionals from all around the world for onboard and offshore positions in just a click. However, companies struggle to find the right sea professional at the right time and the right position, even though there are 2.6 million from different locations experiencing skills. The agents who are in charge for the crewing system in shipping are restricting the locations they are operating from. As a result, shipping companies end up having even fewer candidates to select from. And this is for shipping. You need a different agent for passengers, yachts, office, and so on. So we find that agents and the system they are operating, the online marketplace is opaque. It's quite difficult for sea professionals to manage their own careers. And it's quite costly for shipping companies as they need 2K per head per year, and many times they don't find what they need. So Marifind is here to bridge the two sides, enhance direct communication, is a 24/7 online marketplace, and enhances equal employment opportunities to all. It gives the opportunity to sea professionals to manage their own careers directly, and it's very affordable for shipping companies as we charge 450 euros per year to contact as many sea professionals as they wish. We also have an online directory map for training and medical centers, as both are needed for sea professionals to join on board. At the moment, we have centers in Greece advertising themselves in our map, and this gives the opportunity to companies and sea professionals to do it by themselves without the need of any middlemen. We doubled up since December 2020 in a very challenging year. We have 7,000 employers representing 0.3% of the market penetration, 33,000 web visitors, and currently 14 customers representing 300 vessels and yachts. Our dream team consists of Ms. Vasilaki, the development mind behind Marifind, Mr. Pagidas, our developer, and myself with a 10 years experience into the crewing. Thank you very much, and good luck to all.
Great job. And now, let's welcome Irini Martini, this time, chemical engineer at PCA Nanomaterial. Welcome, Irini.
Hello, everyone. I'm Irini Martini, and I am one of PC Nanomaterial's chemical engineers. The air we breathe is very crucial to our health, and unfortunately, indoor air quality can be 2 to 5 times more polluted than outdoor air. Every year in the European Union, 400,000 premature deaths are linked to air pollution. How many of you are afraid every time you have to go to the hospital because of nosocomial infections? Well, I am, because superbugs cause more than 33,000 deaths in Europe and 35,000 deaths in the US every year. There are a number of places where the vulnerable must be protected from air pollutants to pathogens, such as hospitals, schools, busing, nursing homes, and so on. And of course, COVID-19 had a very wide dispersion in those places. Our product can deal with these challenges, and let me explain you how it works. All of us have used sunscreen. One of sunscreen's active ingredients is titanium dioxide, and that is because it reflects UV radiation from the skin, similar to how white paint reflects light. When sun hits the surface of titanium dioxide, the energy is absorbed to excite electrons to the contaction band, and during this process, which is called photocatalysis, air pollutants and pathogens can be decomposed. We have lowered this band gap in such a way that photocatalysis can occur and with artificial or indoor lighting, producing no hazardous byproducts. Our product can achieve 99.99% reduction of pathogens. Look how the pathogens die in just 10 minutes. We implement our titanium to fabrics, metals, antibacterial cement tiles, for which we have gained a gold award, glass, air conditioning system, and paints. In 2014, we painted this tunnel, and guess what? 6 years later, the tunnel was as wide as the day we painted. So the municipality saves 56,000 euros per year due to diminished lighting needs. We also painted this Army Medical Center. And not only did we achieve nitrogen oxide reduction of the order of more than 70%, but also total bacteria elimination. So who are we? Gerassimos is co-founder and CEO of the company. He was physics professor at the University of Crete with a remarkable scientific career. Vassilis is co-founder and scientific advisor of the company. He is also a visiting professor at the University of Crete, amongst others. Anastasios Kladis is in charge of strategy and business development. He has strong experience in sales and marketing management and a solid engineering background. I, on the other hand, I'm a chemical engineer with no previous working experience, but with a lot of enthusiasm for my work. Thank you very much.
Thank you really so much. And now, let's have ThruWind and Vassilis Ioannidis, the CEO of ThruWind.
Hello, my name is Vassilis Ioannidis and I'm CEO at ThruWind, where we are developing the next generation of small wind turbines. The trend in the wind turbine industry is to build bigger and bigger blades and to use higher towers in order to capture more wind energy. Small wind turbines are actually the only types of wind turbines that can be installed near end consumers, but they are not optimal in terms of size and efficiency. Would anyone want to have an enormous wind turbine in their backyard? Apparently no. So while most wind turbine technologies are increasing the diameter of the blades, instead at ThruWind, we are increasing wind velocity. We are using an aerodynamically redesigned rotor as well as a diffuser that creates under pressure to speed up wind and to make the system generate a lot more electricity out of a much smaller size. You can think of this as a jet engine design versus a conventional area-based one. We have actually patented this technology and we have assessed its feasibility with the National Technical University of Athens that has estimated an attainable increase in efficiency of 200%. We have also established a strategic partnership with Rhenergy, which is a successful small wind company in China that has granted us worldwide rights to use their equipment and to add our own design capabilities to it. We are currently finishing off with our R&D activities as we have completed most parts of the system, including the tailor to the diffuser blades that you see in the picture. By this September, we expect to complete our pilot prototype, and we are currently looking for a business partner to install our jet engine-alike wind turbine prototype in their facility for demonstration and testing. Drawing upon our successful collaboration with Rhenergy and the workshops of Greece that have joined us in this project development effort, we are targeting as our main customers to be Greek ports, municipalities for smart islands, private investors of small wind farms, factories, as well as the residential sector in Greece and abroad. We have invested more than 130,000 euros with the support of government grants, and we expect to attract a considerable amount of investment of 1 million euros after we complete our pilot prototype. We have this money will actually be used into certifying our product, building a new manufacturing plant, as well as start making our first wind farm installations in order to supply at least 30% of the Greek small wind market and start entering other countries. Our overall goal is to become an international leader in small wind. In addition to our existing partnerships, we are very much interested in establishing new ones focused on small wind in Greece, in Europe, and beyond. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Vassilis. And with ThruWind, we have concluded all the presentations. We really hope we enjoyed it as much as we enjoyed it throughout the whole acceleration program, meeting the teams and all the persons. So now is the time that we are waiting for. So, second runner-up for 2021 Startup Competition is, and let me invite on stage Marina Hadjopoulos for giving the second runner-up prize. Hello, Marina. Okay, so second runner-up is AgriU and Corina Hadjopoulos. 'Yu. 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 'Yu Corina.
Thank you much, everybody. We would like to thank our sponsors, our mentors, and we're here, and with those money, we're going to help thousands of people. So thank you so much. Thanks.
And now ready for the first runner-up, and let me have on stage Mr. George Alexopoulos from Hellenic Petroleum to give the second prize, the first runner-up. And thank you, Mr. Alexopoulos. And the first runner-up is Magos and Vassilakopoulos Uranis. Vasilapostole, you should start running now, not walking.
Thank you so much for this opportunity. It was a great experience. We gained a lot of knowledge. Thank you to our mentors. They did a great job. And I hope to everyone here to be a good start for their endeavors. Good luck to everyone. Thank you so much.
And now is the time for the winner. And let me invite on stage Deputy Minister, Mr. Dimas, for the first prize. Mr. Dimas, thank you so much. So, ladies and gentlemen, the winner is Mayathanu and Apikon. Great job, Maya. We're very proud of you.
Thank you so much for this opportunity. Of course, this is giving us confidence that we can move on and we can fulfill our mission. We do have a mission, and you guys are helping us tonight. Thank you so much.
Well deserved.
Now we have two special prizes for each track. So, the winner from the energy track, and let me ask have on stage Nikos Pyrgiotis from the Signal Group to give the special prize for the special track. Nikolas. Okay, so the winner from the special track is Marifind. So, Irini Peraki.
very much. We come as a team with Christos. Thank you, Mitef, for this amazing experience. Thank you very, very much. Very, very happy.
And now, the special prize for the energy track. And let's have. I'm sorry. Hold on a moment. I'm a little bit confused. So let's have Mr. Kergis to give the prize for the energy track. Wind and Vassilis Ioannidis from the energy track.
Thank you very much. It is a great pleasure and a privilege and an honor. Thank you very much to Mitef and also to our mentors. Thank you.
And the last special prize is from the general track, and of course, Maya has it again. So, Maya, you have to come once more here to have the special prize from the general track. And please, let's have Milady Stubu from Microsoft to give to our lady winner the general track prize.
Great honor. It's really a great honor, Mitef. Thank you, mentors. You know who you are at the back. Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
So, ladies and gentlemen, let's have a short closing statement for our Vice Chairman, Vassilis Papakonstantinou, and the reception is ready for us. Vassilis?
Thank you, Dioni. Hello, everyone. Thank you for staying so late tonight on a very warm night. It was a similarly warm night back in 2015 when we were planning the finals of the first competition. It was just right after the announcement of the referendum, and we were scratching our heads whether we had to postpone the event. And, you know, we were not expecting anybody to show up in the amphitheater of Democritus, but to our surprise, about 300 people showed up, and that gave us strength. So many years afterwards, we see the improvement and the amazing innovation the teams are bringing. And we feel that the original joke that we started back in 2012, talking about turning Greece into a tech hub by 2021, because everybody at that time was talking about Horizon 2020, and, you know, in a funny, geeky way, we wanted to look beyond the horizon. We ended up today. Last year, when we were discussing about that stuff, we said, let's drop 2021 and let's focus on turning Greece into a tech hub, you know, sometime in the future. But 2020 was a very interesting year. A lot of the things have happened. Deputy Minister Dimas mentioned a lot of the stuff that have happened. And, you know, we feel really privileged. We could not see the future, although we could claim to. That 2021 could be a turning point, and it is a turning point. We may not be there at what we were planning, but we are getting closer, and certainly much closer than we were hoping. So don't want to keep you from waiting. We have a light reception. Thank you for coming. Thank you for supporting MIT Enterprise Forum, to all the judges, to all the mentors, and of course to all the great teams that we had today and all the teams that have gone before. The journey starts today, and we have many things coming up with the new year starting in December, creating something that will be more valuable and more connected globally. Thank you. Good luck.